Well, Elon Musk and Jack Dorsey have engaged in a public conversation on Twitter. The tech billionaire who now owns the social media giant and the former CEO of the company were discussing the infamous Twitter files. Elon Musk had been teasing the release of episode 2 of the Twitter files online when he got a reply from Dorsey. He wrote, "If the goal is transparency to build trust, why not just release everything without filter and let people judge for themselves, including all discussions around current and future actions? Make everything public now." Elon Musk replied, "Most important data was hidden from you too, and some may have been deleted, but everything we find will be released." There you have it. It will all be released. In case you missed it, the Twitter files refer to the internal conversations Twitter had when deliberating over whether to suppress an article about Hunter Biden in 2020. The New York Post had gotten their hands on the now president's son's laptop, which was riddled in personal and professional scandals. Their article detailed Joe Biden and Hunter's alleged ties to a Ukrainian energy firm and other dodgy business deals. Hunter's father, Joe Biden, was just 3 weeks away from meeting his fate at the 2020 presidential election. Twitter was worried the laptop story was Russian disinformation, so they chose to censor it. They did so by shutting down the Post's account and blocking any user from trying to share it, while also stopping people from being able to send it in a direct message. This kind of tool, we have now found out, is reserved for extreme cases such as child pornography. The social media giant, and Facebook for that matter, copped a lot of backlash for censoring such an important story about a candidate's son right before an election. When Elon Musk officially acquired Twitter, he vowed to stop the censorship of stories and to release the inner dialogue on why the company decided to suppress the laptop scandal. Over the weekend, journalist Matt Taibbi released the first set of files in a Twitter thread. It was widely regarded as a bit of a flop, but it did unveil a few things. One of the main things exposed was that the decision to suppress the story was made at the highest levels of the company. However, Jack Dorsey did not know about it. Mr. Taibbi said so far he hadn't found any involvement from the government about the laptop, which has always been a theory from the Republican Party. The files also found that when Donald Trump and Joe Biden's respective teams asked Twitter to shut down certain accounts or censor tweets, the company accepted their requests. One of the Twitter employees named in the decision-making was Deputy General Counsel James Baker. Within the thread Taibbi released, it reveals that while working as a lawyer for the company, he advised staff to stay on the non-course by understanding caution was warranted. The email from him states, "I support the conclusion that we need more facts to assess whether the materials were hacked. At this stage, however, it is reasonable for us to assume that they may have been and that caution is warranted. There are some facts that indicate that the materials may have been hacked, while there are others indicating that the computer was either abandoned and/or the owner consented to allow the repair shop to access it for at least some purposes. We simply need more information." Elon Musk actually declared yesterday that James Baker has now been fired for his alleged involvement. The Twitter boss has maintained the last few days that there are more smoking guns to come from the Twitter files, and according to his public conversation with Jack Dorsey, he plans to release them all. But why the delay? Well, it's been revealed that James Baker, who worked for Twitter since June 2020, had been secretly vetting the Twitter files before they were to be sent to Matt Taibbi to review. He tweeted, "On Friday, the first instalment of the Twitter files were published here. We expected to publish more over the weekend. Many wondered why there was a delay. We can now tell you that part of the reason why. On Tuesday, Twitter Deputy General Counsel and former FBI General Counsel Jim Baker was fired. Among the reasons, vetting the first batch of Twitter files without knowledge of new management."